Hey everyone, and welcome to Valheim. More specifically, the Mistlands update. You can see the current version on the left here. This is going to be my playthrough of Valheim. This is going to be a solo playthrough. For that, we're going to start a new character by pressing new here. We're going to name them Ronnie, yes, after the blue witch lady in Elden Ring. Unfortunately, I don't think we can make our character blue. We're gonna just select this hairstyle. I like that hairstyle, and we're just gonna make them. You know, we're gonna keep the hairstyle that color as well. We're just gonna keep them like that. This is nice. It's simple, but I like it. And with this character, we are going to start a new world. And this world we're going to call Valheim Playthrough. And then we're going to simply name the seed Vintage after the channel. Just simple. I don't know what the seed looks like. I've not used the seed generator website to look at this beforehand. I don't know where the trader is. I don't know where boss locations are, or like resources or anything like that. We're going to be going into this completely blind and fresh, and just with the knowledge of how to play the game that I have, which granted isn't a whole lot, but we'll get more into that as we get into the game. So I will see you as we get into it. Alrighty, so welcome everyone to the skies of Valheim, I should say. As we get dropped off here, gonna go over what's happening here. So this is gonna be a solo playthrough. This is gonna be just me going through as much of the content as I can, all the way up through the Mistlands. So I have played this before, mostly with some buddies, and the furthest I've ever gotten is the dragon boss in the mountaintops. So anything past there, and honestly everything up to there, is still a little bit of a mystery to me, and I'm not fully knowledgeable on it. But here we are at spawn now. Oh, there's a shack behind us. It looks like we're take a quick look at the map before we talk to Hugin here, get our bearings. So we have ocean here. Hopefully that's ocean and not just a, oh, it does say ocean, though I'm sure lakes that get deep enough probably just say ocean. But forest, and then now where our spawn is, which I guess we'll see how far this stretches. This could be a little I think peninsula is the right word. Not fully sure. But let's talk to Hugin, get ourselves started. Hugin's the tutorial bird. Just letting us know kind of how to get started, what we're doing. Letting us know that when we touch this, we interact. We will see the location where we can summon the first boss. This is a big lightning deer. Called Eikthyr. He's pretty cool. We'll get to him at some point. For now, we're just going to focus on getting our bearings and getting a place to live. So behind these stones, there's always some bushes and some mushrooms to get you started. I'm going to do a little bit of inventory here. One of each. There we go. Talk to Hugin. Tell us about food. Yeah. So with this, so at spawn here, if you've never played Valheim or watched anything Valheim, this your spawn point has all of these stones, in which there are 6. Yes, there are 6 of them. So there are 6 bosses in the game. Each one represents a boss. This one represents the first boss, Eikthyr. This one represents the second one, the Elder. This is the third one, Bone Mass. I can't remember the name of the dragon, but this is the fourth boss. This is the fifth boss. And then this is the sixth boss, the boss of the newest biome, the Mistlands, which we are certainly a ways off of getting to. I mean, we're a little ways off even fighting the first one. So let's just I think start making our way towards their spawn, kind of see what our spawning island has to offer in terms of resources and the like, and start kind of getting ourselves settled with tools and hopefully a place to live, in which this shack has none of that for us. Let's start picking up some of the branches, the rocks, so we can start making the most basic of tools. Check the water bed for flint, as we're going to need flint to start making weaponry. We're going to fight our first hostile and just absolutely annihilate him. Show him who's boss around here. Alright, so that's flint. You find flint by bodies of water, small and large. And it is very important very early on. You'll need a bit more of it than you might think you will. Same thing with rocks. Always having some rocks I find is nice. Though wood, I would say, is probably the most essential resource in this entire game. I always find myself running out of it, never having enough. But let's just keep moving here. Checking for resources, grabbing what we can. And just making our way to the north. It might actually be smart to go right on the actual shoreline. Some more mushrooms. Get some more branches. Let's see if we can make... Actually, we can. We can make the axe. We'll just leave the torch there. We'll leave the axe there. That should be fine. Now we have both a tool to get more resources. So we can now chop down these small beech trees. Get ourselves a little bit more wood. And then we also have a weapon now. And we can now use it. Perfect timing. Oh yeah. The axe does work. And there's another shack right here. Let's hope this one has more in it than the other one. Oh, we have another contender. Wants to feel the sting of our blade. He's actually running away. Oh, he lands a good hit, but he's no match. Let's just keep grabbing the stuff here. Check out this. I doubt there's anything in here, but it's always smart to... Oh, there's a deer over there. We're just gonna ignore the deer until we have a bow. And to get a bow, we're gonna need to find a bunch of boar, which hopefully we come across. They do spawn pretty frequently in the meadows, so we'll hopefully we'll run into a group of them. Now we're just gonna... Oh. Ow. Bite the neck. Oh, I didn't drop us his tail. You can get their tails from them. You can cook those into... Oh, and we have some boar. Okay, and another neck. Let's kill the neck first. They're more aggressive, I feel like. Though the boar are no joke. Get him. Alright, that's the first piggy. Where'd the other one go? There he is. Knew I saw two of them. I mean, look at that. It does almost 8 damage. And with our very small health pool, if you get really careless, the boar could be the end of you. But I'm gonna try and save myself from that embarrassment. Go over here. Let's see what's... I think I hear another grayling? Maybe not. We have a rune stone here. You can read that if you would like. Oh, yep. There's another enemy. The parry windows in this game are very generous, so hopefully we don't run into problems with that. That'll be a very serious skill issue on my part if that's the case. But let's just keep heading north here. It was north, right? Yep. Straight north is where the summon location is. I'm keeping an eye out for a decent place to start building so that we can get a nice house down. I'm going to quickly mark down this as a place for raspberries. This is a habit I got into from watching other people play this game. It's good to know where your resources are, especially your resources that respawn. So if I ever need more raspberries or the likes, having them marked down will be a significant help. There's a building over here, right up on top of a nice little hill. There's no beehive. There's a chest. Ooh. Got some gold, some amber, and another torch. Okay. Nice little shelter there. Let's keep heading north. I'm actually going to head over to the shoreline. We're going to keep following the shoreline and see if we come across some better land over there for starting our first home, our first little bit of shelter. There's a deer over there. We got some mushrooms. Well, a lot of mushrooms. Oh my. Collect all of these. Okay, I've made myself a bit closer to the spawn, and that's the official. Okay. And we've found some more structures over here, in actually a relatively nice spot. A decent little bit of land right by the ocean. Ah, there's a beehive. Isn't really much in terms of space in here. What we're gonna do here actually to get this beehive safely. So what I'm gonna do, this is I guess you could call it a trick. You make the hammer, which you should. It lets you build everything in the game. But if you put a workbench down next to these random structures out in the wild, you can then just deconstruct it and claim all the resources as your own. And if you just take out the bottom, all of its supports, it should just crumble. And if there's something like a beehive attached to it, it will disintegrate with it. As long as these aren't... Oh, they're just taking their sweet time. You can always speed this along by... There was a chest up there too with some arrows. Is that really all that was in there? There's some arrows. I think there was another piece of amber in there. That might have been all that was really in there. We'll get all that. We'll talk to Hugin real quick. He's just telling us about the workbench. This will be the basis of basically everything in the game. To build structures, you need a workbench down, and to build new items and the sort, you'll also need a workbench down. And as you upgrade the workbench by placing other structures related to it, you can then obviously just progress further and further. I'm stuck on something. I'm gonna keep looking around here, see where I want to. Oh, there's another bee nest in here. There it is. I do have HP. I could deal with this on my own. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna... Okay, that's not working. I mean, this is a relatively nice plot of land. It's near the boss. We have ocean. Hopefully that's ocean. You know what? I'm just going to... take it down. Just to get the bee, because honey is... especially early game, the honey is a very good food for stamina, actually. And we'll actually, since we have some, we'll use it. As you can see, that adds 35 stamina. It doesn't give us much HP, but it's really good for stamina, especially in the early game. And we're just going to take the rest of this down. It is starting to get a little bit later in the day cycle. So, oh, and some boars just kind of appeared. As I looked over here, we're going to take out the... Was that boar? Yeah, it was boar. We're going to take out these boar. And then I'm going to start... I think this will be a good spot, honestly, to... building. I mean, this is a nice spot right in the shade. I mean, the hill is nice. We have the hill behind us. We have the hill going down towards the ocean. So we're just gonna put up a little temporary thing right here. I did just deconstruct this whole thing, but now we're going to just set up camp here. To do that, we're gonna go this. Check the half walls. So we can do full walls here. We're not going to make anything grand. We're just going to have something that we can set up shop in. Basically just rebuilding what we tore down a moment ago. That's okay. We have plenty of resources for it. Probably actually using the wrong pieces there, but that's okay. Oops. I'm not too worried about the grass sticking up right now. We just want to kind of get the this down so we can get a bed down and we can sleep through our first night. Not be left in the dark and the cold. Use a bit more of like a window. Now we're going to do... That's Hugin telling us about the night. We're actually out of wood there. So I'm going to do... Then instead we're just going to put a... door down. That down. That's not going to help us. We are going to need just a little bit more wood. We'll leave Hugin there for a second. Can we put down a fire? Yes, we can. Put down our fire real quick. Take out our torch. Alright, we're just going to chop down a small tree so we have enough wood for a bed. We're already being assaulted in the night. Okay. Do we have enough stamina? Yeah, we should be able to put our bed down. Yes, we can. Close the door. Yes, hello, Hugin, telling us about the bed. We have our bed down and a fire. We can claim this at our spawn. And now we can sleep through the night. Perfect. And now we have the rested bonus, which is excellent. We'll just talk to Hugin real quick here. Actually, we're going to move this inside as well so that it... I'm going to light myself on fire, apparently, as well. But we want the crafting bench indoors. I'm going to have to move the bed, actually. I think. This works for now. So now we can repair everything. And we have access to more tools. So we can make our first weapon. I think I'm going to go with the knife. I've not really used the knife a whole lot. I'm going to swap the torch out there. And we're going to upgrade our axe. Create better axe. We're going to get rid of stone axe. And then that's all we can do at the moment with our wood supply. Now we have a better weapon to defend ourselves. And we have a little bit of shelter as well. Though we are going to need a excuse me if I can speak properly, a more permanent place of residence for this start of the game. Though for now, what we have there will be more than, well, maybe not more than, but it will be enough. Slice up these boars. The boars are important because we need the leather scraps that they drop. We're going to need 8 of them in total so that we can make our first bow. So then we can start hunting the deer. That's going to be very important. Deer hide is quite important. We're gonna need more wood, so we're gonna work on just collecting some more wood as we go. Some mushrooms. I am going to forge around a little bit and kind of look for a nice spot to kind of build and set up a more proper place of residence, and I will get back to you guys once I get that all set up. All right, guys, I'm gonna interject here as I'm kind of running around. I'll kind of show you what I've been doing the last little bit here. I did a big loop up here, came around here, and I've kind of circled the Ike there and kind of where we were. Found a few more raspberry. Oh my goodness, that's a 2-star gray dwarf. And he just ran out of the black forest that I was just standing next to. Which I've basically, in my little sprint around the area here, I've discovered that it kind of encircles most of this side of the island. And I've kind of come to the conclusion that we don't really want to go too far north at the moment. We want to, I think, stay close to Eikthyr and stay kind of close to the spawn point. So I'm thinking in terms of building location, we're probably going to do something around here. That way it's kind of in the middle of the spawn and close to the first boss location. That way we don't have to run too far either direction. And we're still relatively close to the Black Forest for once we need to start progressing there. But I'm going to kind of go over there, look for a proper spot to start building, and I will get back to you once I find that. All right, so I'll just quickly update you guys what I've been doing. So I did find a nice little spot right in between spawn and the first boss. I've marked it as our home for now, and there was actually a shack just sitting here in disarray. So I just gave it a quick patch up, and I'm now just gonna run back to where we have our current house, and I'm gonna sleep through the night as it sets in and start traversing back here. There's also a bunch of boar here I'm going to quickly deal with as well. But once after I deal with this and I kind of get us back over here, I will catch you guys then. Alrighty guys, so in that time that I took to run back to the previous place and rest that night away, I took down that structure, brought all the resources from there, and I brought it back to here, and I finished touching up the shack. I was here. I changed the door from over there to this side, obviously for the view and everything. There's something a little weird with how this the default structure was, I guess, put together. So some of the snapping is a little janky, but we'll end up that was just a timer going off. We'll end up having a more proper full structure. This isn't going to be the full main structure, but this will last us for a while as we set up everything. So I have a campfire set up in the back there for cooking and to keep the whole house warm. Unfortunately, the smoke is not filtering the way I would like it, but I've got our bed and our workbench in here. And it would seem I am going to die of smoke inhalation in there. This is what I mean by the snapping is a little weird. Like this isn't properly matched up with how that is on these. It's kind of strange. I know the best solution is to kind of just cap this off as so. I wanted something a little more visually entertaining if I was able to achieve it. Like this will have to do, I suppose. Just need something that's functional. I don't want just a massive. That should still let out enough smoke that we don't die of smoke inhalation, right? We may have to. If we put that there, that should help block the smoke from coming into that. So we'll have to wait to see if that's actually going to put out the fire. Of course it is. I don't want weather to overly affect the fire, so I'm trying to. Well, I guess we'll have to leave it like that. That's fine. Function over form at the moment, I suppose. But with that, oh my goodness, it is still quite smoky in here. Well, it's clearing up. Excellent. We'll just quickly repair everything. But with that, I think I'll leave the first episode here. We have a little abode. We actually have a visitor. Welcome. Come to admire my house? I think he likes it a little too much. I think he was trying to steal it from me. Anyway, I do think this is a good spot to end it. And in the next episode, I think it's time we start hunting some deer. I have enough resources to do that. I was actually able to kill a deer with melee as I was out running around, and we killed a bunch of boar. So we have plenty of resources to kind of set ourselves up for the hunt. In between, I might get ourselves a bunch of wood prepped so that we can start building a much more extravagant structure. But for now, this will do us as we fight the first boss and hunt and get ready. So I think I'm happy with this. I'm gonna leave it here, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. See ya.